Hello, fellow alchemists. Welcome back to our series on Gigalixir. Now, today I wanted to show you guys how can we properly debug our Elixir apps running on Gigalixir. Now, what you guys usually do when you're debugging locally, there's a couple of ways that we debug. One is that we can use IEX and run our mix app. Then we can actually run certain commands using that, right? So we have access to, say, the application, right? And we can get things such as, I don't know, maybe the logger's debug level. It's on debug because we're running in dev mode. We can do all this kind of stuff. And the other thing that we can do is that we can actually run what we call the observer, which will help us to do things like, say, seeing the load, how our application is currently doing. We can also check our processes, and we can also see our current app, right? So here's our current Gigalixir Phoenix app. And we have a timer supervisor. And if I go to our app, sorry, what I need to do is I need to rerun this. Run the server app. And I can run the observer. And now I go to our application, and then we can see we have our timer application running. And we can get the current time, 16 seconds. Should be about there. So we can see our current state, right? Here's our room, here's our message, our greeting, and here's the timer, just like we have in our application. We can actually do the same things from Gigalixir, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So the first thing that I want to show you is that we can run IEX. How we do that is we use Gigalixir PS remote console, so underscore in between. And now, as you see from here, we're actually running off of the node. We're actually running on here. So I can do things like, if I want to see what is the current secret from my app, it's the secret key base, I can actually get that by running system.get-environment. And there is our secret key base that we can use, that we're using, sorry, on our Phoenix application. And this is how we can do some debugging, right? Now the other thing we can do, if I do Control-C twice to kill that, is that we can also run the observer just like we did locally. It's pretty simple. All we need to do is Gigalixir PS observer. And what this is going to do is this is going to use our previous SSH key to set up SSH access, and also give us the erlang cookie, so therefore we can actually connect. To connect to another erlang node, we need to have the same cookie. So that's why we need that. And this pops up our local observer, or somewhat local observer. As you can see, this is actually running on a different node. This actually starts up a different node for us. And it gives us some specific instructions over here. That tells us what we need to do is we need to go to the node menu within our observer, click connect node, and enter this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. Go to nodes, connect node, paste that. And now I'm connected to my application. As you can see, this is the same thing we had before. And I can see some real-time load charts of my running application, which is quite cool. And I can also see, if I go to our app, you can also see the same structure. And we can also see that we have Looks like we have some other people listening in our app. But we can see that we have different different timers running at this point, and then we can also see their state and inspect the current time. It's quite cool. So as you can see, hosting your app on Gigalixir provides you with just a lot of things that you can do locally, and it's nothing scary when you have your app running in production on Gigalixir. In fact, it's quite simple. It almost feels like you're running it locally. So that's it for right now. Again, I'm Alan from Plangora. If you haven't already, please subscribe. We're going to have a couple more episodes left for Gigalixir, and I'll see you then. Bye.